The 10 most feared faces in the world. The dark side of humanity. Stick with me and we'll explore the most sinister side of the human race. Who has never felt that little bit of morbid curiosity about the mind of a criminal? Today, we're going to uncover the list of the 10 most wanted. These guys really know how to outsmart Interpol. Terrorism, trafficking, mafias. Hold on to your hats because this is going to be one heck of an adventure. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Doku Umarov, terror in the Caucasus. Doku Umarov, the Bin Laden of Russia. This jihadist leader from the Caucasus left a trail of blood worse than a horror movie. He was the mastermind behind the 2010 Moscow metro attack, the one that shocked the world. He kidnapped and executed civilians like he was swatting flies. He became a regular feature on wanted posters around the world. They wanted him dead or alive. The reward was insane, $5 million. But the guy was a master at disappearing, a true ghost of the mountains. Semyon Mogilevich, the Invisible Godfather. This is Semyon Mogilevich, the head of the Russian mafia, the real-life godfather. Fraud, murder, arms trafficking, extortion. The guy was a PhD in dirty deeds. He manipulated crime as if it were a game of chess, always 10 steps ahead. The police were always on his tail, but the guy was a master at giving them the slip. He was the chameleon of crime, blending into any environment, even a bank queue. This guy's intelligence was as big as his criminal record. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the Caliph of Terror. This figure here is Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of the Islamic State, the infamous ISIS. Al-Baghdadi ruled ISIS with an iron fist, spreading more fear than a scary story. Under his command, the group committed atrocities that would make anyone's hair stand on end. He became the darling of the most wanted list, the gold medalist of cruelty. The hunt for this guy lasted for years, a real-life thriller. Chapter 4, Joseph Kony, the Child Abductor. Brace yourselves because now it's the turn of Joseph Kony, the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, a group that spread terror throughout Uganda and neighboring countries. Kony snatched children from the arms of their families to turn them into soldiers. He forced these children to commit atrocities that would make even the devil think twice. His war crimes earned him a prominent place on the world's most wanted list. A monster. An international manhunt was organized, but capturing Kony was harder than finding a needle in a haystack. He was the king of guerrilla warfare, disappearing into the jungle like a phantom. Chapter 5, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the drug lord. This guy needs no introduction. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the Mexican kingpin who flooded the US with cocaine. El Chapo commanded the Sinaloa Cartel, one of the largest criminal organizations in the world. A true empire of crime, known for his cruelty and spectacular prison escapes that would make even Houdini jealous. There was a line of people who wanted his head on a platter, but the guy was smart. Capturing El Chapo was no easy feat. The guy moved through underground tunnels like he was a mole. Chapter 6, Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi, the Heir of Terror. With the fall of al-Baghdadi, the one who assumed the throne of terror was Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi, who hit the ground running. Al-Qurashi was a first-rate strategist, cold and calculating, capable of outsmarting anyone. He was the mastermind behind bloody attacks and brutal executions, a true nightmare. He became public enemy number one. Everyone wanted his head on a platter. The hunt for al-Qurashi continues, but he is like a ghost, always one step ahead. This is Dawood Ibrahim, the kingpin who built a criminal empire in India, the king of the underworld. Ibrahim was the head honcho of the D Company, controlling everything: drugs, weapons, money laundering, extortion. If there was a crime, he was involved. Accused of masterminding attacks in Mumbai, Ibrahim became India's nightmare. They tried everything to capture this guy, but it was like trying to hold water in your hand. He changed hideouts like he changed his underwear. Ibrahim moved between the underworld and the powerful like a politician on a campaign. Get ready to meet Ismael Zambada García, a name that struck fear even in the hearts of the bravest. El Mayo was the right-hand man, the trusted confidant of El Chapo, and took control of the Sinaloa cartel after they caught the boss. A born strategist, an iron-fisted negotiator, El Mayo was the master of crime diplomacy. While other kingpins flaunted their wealth, El Mayo was discreet, a true phantom. Nobody knew where he was. It was as if he were a ghost. El Mayo commanded the Sinaloa cartel with a firm hand and deceived the authorities with the mastery of a magician. This is Ayman al-Zawahiri, the doctor who traded his scalpel for bombs and became the most wanted terrorist in the world, a real wolf in sheep's clothing. Al-Zawahiri was the right-hand man, the brains behind Osama bin Laden, and took command of Al-Qaeda after the master kicked the bucket. Cold and calculating, al-Zawahiri planned attacks that shocked the world. He was the king of propaganda, more convincing than a used car salesman. The whole world wanted his head on a platter. It was like looking for a needle in a haystack, a ghost hiding in the shadows. Meet Matteo Messina Denaro, the last godfather of Cosa Nostra, the Italian mafia. Denaro was like a ghost, controlling everything from a distance, like a conductor leading his orchestra. Cruelty was his middle name, responsible for murders that shocked Italy, extortion and drug trafficking. The Italian police never rested, but Denaro was a master of disappearing. He vanished like a chameleon. Protected by omerta, the mafia's code of silence, nobody dared to snitch. Denaro was the symbol of an era, the golden age of the Italian mafia. And that was our journey through the dark side, the saga of 10 people who, for better or for worse, became famous worldwide. Whether through terror, fortune, or power, these figures left their mark on history. Does justice prevail in the end? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and share with your friends. See you next time.